Hello, people, and welcome to Through a Different Lens podcast. I'm your co-host, Joe.
I'm Deji.
And I'm Jacob.
Yes, my guys. How we doing? I mean, we're all kind of wearing black at this moment. We just kind of go straight into it, regardless of how we're doing.
Trust me.
I was going to say tired. That's what I was going to respond with.
To be fair, yeah, I am as well. Thankfully, got to catch up on sleep and stuff. But yeah, let's just go straight into it. Unfortunately, Maidstone United's FA Cup run, glorious storyline of a FA Cup run, has come to an end.
End of the road, no boys to men.
Yeah, losing last night to Coventry City in the Championship. Obviously, once this episode is out, it won't be last night, blah, 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 a few days ago. But we'll just go straight to the man himself, Maidstone's own Jacob.
Yes. Sorry, I'm honestly, I'm tired. We got back earlier hours of this morning, so we're putting on a recording just for you guys. But
actually, wait, before you even do it, let's break it down a little bit. Take us through the day before the match. So going to Cov and all that pre-match stuff. Take us through that first.
Okay, well, we went up We went up on the day of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we didn't go up. So we went up day of the game. Met the coach in... Meet time was 12. Then we went to either in Maidstone or in Waltham Abbey 115. So I met in Waltham Abbey. Then we got the coach up to Cov, to the Village Hotel. Around 3:45 we got down there. Pre-match was in that hotel. Good vibes. Same like before against Ipswich. Good vibes. Everyone was just buzzing around saying, okay, cool, we're gonna do this. Preparing well for the game. Everyone was in good spirits. No real nerves this time because everyone had gone through the same experience last time, so everyone was ready. And then we just wanted to get to the game really. So pre-match out the way, had time to chill, chat. So half the boys are vlogging, so there's loads of vlogs that are going to be coming out because a lot of the boys were filming what was going on just for the experience. So that was that. Then we headed to the game. We got to the game relatively early, to be fair. We got to the game 2 hours early, so we must have got there 5:45.
Oh, to the ground, yeah.
Yeah, we got to the ground 5:45.
Yeah, because I saw, I think, BBC Sport or the FA Cup. I think it was the FA Cup tweet when you lot had to go off the coach. Yeah. And then a couple of your teammates were filming like the fans and stuff like that. Yeah,
so we got to the game 5:45, which is early for a match day, to be fair. Usually we're there about an hour and a half before, so we were there 2 hours before.
Yeah.
And then obviously we're just looking around the surroundings. Obviously Coventry's grounds, great pitch, great stadium.
Very nice stadium.
It's much changed since I've been there before. Since I played there before, really. It's real nice there, to be fair. Mm-hmm. And then it was just a case of, as the gaffer always says, get your pictures, enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
So you get like a good 15-minute period to take the pics, enjoy the moment, enjoy what's the surroundings, and then. He even said, keep your earrings in. This way, because he hates us having our earrings in and that sort of stuff. He was like, keep your earrings in. I was thinking, okay, there's something wrong today, but it was fine. He said, keep your earrings in, take your pictures. So we did all of that sort of stuff. And then we have 15 minutes and it's just straight now. Okay, cool, that's all out of the way. Focus on the game. Mm-hmm. Then back in, obviously warm up. Well, our just usual stretching program that I go through and everyone else goes through, music blaring. Then Gaffer's talk was just dare to believe. That's kind of what we went in. Same sort of notion as Ipswich. Mm-hmm. Dare to believe in us, believe in everything, as I said before. And, going, he said, we're already history makers, but let's go one more.
Yeah.
That was,
create more history.
Yeah, that was the message going out, really. And the warm-up was good. Like it felt like everyone was in a good place. It didn't feel like anyone was out of their comfort zone. And then obviously we went in from the warm up and there was only about 15 to 18,000 fans in there. And then when we came back out for the start of the game, the walkout, we went, oh, okay. The crowd had filled up massively, and credit to Coventry as well. That was the largest crowd of the season. You can obviously see the team they put out. They weren't messing around either.
Yeah.
So it was in for a good game, but that was like the build up.
Yeah, that was a build up. Yeah,
that was a build up to the actual 90 minutes.
So now, talk us through the 90 minutes now, even though it wasn't the result that we wanted.
Yes.
Hence why we're in black. But, you know.
We did not plan this.
Obviously, so the key, obviously, you play the game in like phases. So we play in the first 50, like every 15 minutes. We kind of play in 15-minute phases. So what to do and what not to do in the first 15, really.
Yeah, because it's 3 phases per half anyway, like easy.
And just depending on where and how sometimes your first 15-minute phase might last for 45 minutes just because it's working.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it was a different sort of game to Ipswich, whereas we had more of the ball than we did against Ipswich.
Yeah.
But we also knew if we have more of the ball, we're more vulnerable, because when you have the ball, you're more vulnerable to mistakes because you're expansive. Yeah. You're having to be you're out of shape essentially when you have the ball.
Yeah.
So if any mistakes are made, you're vulnerable for a counter attack. You're vulnerable for anything to happen. And we're not playing against our normal level of opposition where when you do make a mistake, it's not punished. When you make a mistake at that level, it's punished within two passes. Yeah. 10, 15 seconds, the ball's in the back of your net.
Yeah, they move very quickly in transition.
Exactly. And we found that out very quickly. So first 10 minutes of the game, we found that out instantly. I feel like we started in a good place though in terms of pressure wise. Like the first few minutes we were kind of higher up the pitch where we wanted to be.
Yeah, like the first 5, you lot was in there. You was in their half.
Yeah, kind of pressing.
And when it got to like minute 9, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it's like they kind of got out of their half, and then once they got out of their half, they pinned us in. We don't mind being pinned in because we can sit in a shape and shuffle. But it was just when.
But you have to do it. That's the
you have to keep shuffling.
Yeah, but the only thing is when you do have the ball in those moments, you have to make sure the first pass is secured.
Yeah.
And that was our problem. We weren't securing the first pass, and sometimes we weren't securing the second. We secured the first one, but then the second one would be giving it straight back to them and not overhitting the pass or putting the pass in behind. We're giving it back to them.
It's like right there.
Yeah. And then say because I'm in the midfield, say the pass is overhit by 5 yards, the wrong side of me or something like that.
Yeah.
I now can't get back because they've taken a first touch 5 yards away and they're already driving and I'm running back behind you. You get what I mean? So yeah, we conceded after 9 minutes?
9 minutes.
9?
Yeah, 9.
So the first one was after 9. The second one was after 13.
Yeah, 13 or 14.
Yeah, and then we switched shape. So we started shape 4-1-2-3. So 4-3-3, but just I was usually I'm the only 10. So we were playing 2 because they play 2 deep liers.
Yeah.
And then we switched to a 3. We switched to a 3. 4-2-1.
Or 3-4.
My maths is correcting me. Yeah, 3-4. Yeah, 3. We switched to a 3-4-2-1.
So and Lamar behind Manny.
Yes. Yeah. So those were that's what we switched to, and I feel like that worked better, in terms of how we could get on the ball. Because sometimes when I'm playing as the 10, I am isolated. I'm having to rely on second balls a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So when I'm now in the 2 minute midfield, I can actually just go and get the ball for centre back and try and get us to some form of playing style.
Yeah.
And I felt like we were in a better shape in terms of in the 3 at the back. Okay, cool. You know you've always got 3 behind you. There's 4 of us across midfield. There's 2 of us in front. So the 2 can screen us 2. So we're basically a box in the midfield. And then the 1 up top can always drop in on the back of the pivot.
Yeah.
There's 6, which was the Liam Kelly. So we were just trying to shuffle, and then where we could push up the pitch, or naturally just try and gain advantage. Anytime the ball went backwards, try and gain a few yards. But what they were doing was good. Coventry were kind of luring us into certain things. They were moving it, and just waiting.
Yeah,
and standing on the ball.
Exactly what they were doing.
Yeah, just standing on the ball, waiting for one of us to jump.
Especially their centre backs.
Yeah. As soon as one of us stepped out of shape or stepped left, even if you step the wrong way, one yard, they'll play the pass and you can't get back there.
Bro, they capitalize so well on you lot being out of shape at certain aspects. Like, and it's not even criticism to you lot that out of shape. Being out of shape naturally happens when you're trying to create attacks, etc.
Yeah.
But either side of the field, like, as soon as they saw someone was out of position, if your attack broke down, they were going straight to that, like getting the ball in 2 passes so quick. And I was like, all right, cool. This is an efficient football team.
100%. And the difference between them and Ipswich was, what would happen is, and I was saying it when we were playing Ipswich, I said, if the Ipswich players would, when they would play through us, if the Ipswich players would just turn and drive, they were driving at our back four.
Yeah.
But the Ipswich players would set. Whereas yesterday, Casey was getting on the ball. Casey Palmer, for context, was getting on the ball, and he was
driving
on the half turn already.
Yeah.
So now it's a problem because we're used to, okay, someone's going to get the ball there and probably set. But when someone gets the ball and he's now driving at your back three or back four, one of the centre halves got to step out, and they've got William runners. They had Ellis Sims and then Haji Wright running.
Yeah. And Tavares as well.
Running off the other side. So now
Tavares kept running all match.
That's the thing. So when you got runners, and half of them are running, they're not running for any, they're just unselfish runs, but they're creating space for another person.
Yeah.
Which are the key
and
runs.
That's what was dragging some of you guys out of position as well.
Right. But that was dragging us out of position even when they were just playing. So like a midfielder would just make a run, but you can't not track it, because if you don't track it, they're going to play it.
Yeah.
So you'd have to move out of position, and then it was just hoping that one of your players would drop back in for you. But stuff happens so fast on the football pitch that it's difficult.
It was very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast.
And what they're doing is they're just bouncing the ball. So when they're lending it, so sometimes they're lending it just to see a different picture. So it's just in, back, just to see if the picture's changed. And sometimes the picture don't change, but you can see after doing it a few times, the next time that happens when we're in that same situation, the picture might change.
Yeah, one of you might bite.
Yeah, because you've seen it before.
Yeah.
So you're playing a game of cat and mouse, really.
No, it was.
And you're just hoping and you're seeing and you're trying to read certain things and you're trying to see, okay, cool, they're gonna do it this time, they're gonna do it that time. Okay, and then eventually you're thinking, okay, I've got to step out because I feel like they're running me around here.
Yeah.
And when you do step out, that's when they penetrate.
Because one thing they done well, I'd say that they done different to Ipswich, was they wore you lot out quicker.
Right.
Like, for instance, even if they're doing a keep ball thing and they're being calm, as soon as they're ready to attack, their short sprints were so effective.
Yeah.
And like we were saying, Casey Palmer, the way he was receiving the ball on the half turn, as soon as the ball was going into him, Haji Wright, Ellis Sims and Tavares were all that way.
Yeah.
They were all like, Ellis Sims was already on the centre back shoulders like that. So boom, as soon as, if any time he could go in, it'll be peak, innit? Whereas like Ipswich, it was more build up.
Yeah.
Whereas, and they got a lot of chances.
Yes. But not more clear cut.
You lot didn't waste as much energy in that sense, because if they're breaking your shape, you lot weren't getting out of shape Ipswich game. They were just breaking you down.
Yeah.
But then when you lot could counter, you could see how effective it was because of the space. Whereas yesterday, anytime you lot tried to counter, the counter didn't work. You lot actually had, I'd say, your half chances or opportunities from just playing.
Yeah. That's
you know what I mean?
They weren't on the counter attack opportunities yesterday, because you're right in saying what you said in terms of the difference between Ipswich and Coventry, and what Coventry were doing. I felt like they watched what we did against Ipswich.
Yeah.
And
they tried to nullify
They
that
basically
straight
said,
away.
you lot ain't doing that.
Yeah. Their centre backs weren't as high.
Yeah.
So the centre backs sat deep, and if the ball went over the top, the centre backs would always have a 5 yards on our striker. Even if our striker's quicker and would get there, it's not a counter attack because the centre backs back behind him, ready. So all he's doing is forcing you back.
Shape wise, they were really good.
Yeah, they were in a controlled shape, and the centre halves are good ball players. So when the ball did go over the top, in the National League, what you find is, or lower down, you find players just kick it out of play.
Yeah.
Their centre backs would control it and go back to their keeper.
Yeah.
Or control it and just play their fullback, or control it and stand on it for a while, which makes a lot of difference, because when you're used to someone facing their own goal and then kicking it out of play, you're thinking, okay, we're gaining territory.
You can pin them, pin them back a bit.
But in those games, you're not gaining any territory by banging the ball in behind.
Yeah, it's just going right back to them.
Yeah, you're just giving it back to them, and now you're just having to.
And you can't even push up. You just have to stay there now because they're coming back so fast.
That's the thing. And when you do push up, if everyone doesn't go together and there's space in behind, you know where the ball's going in behind. Even the one time for their third goal, because the first 2 goals all happened early, then we kind of changed shape. Their third goal was they went long.
Yeah.
They went long. So, Liam Kelly played a half diag kind of to the striker. They set it. Casey comes on, has a strike. And then they scored a rebound.
Yeah.
So they do stuff at the right times. You get what I mean? When they need to go long, they go long. And when they don't need to go... And they're a footballing team, so they want to play.
Yeah.
But when they do need to go and overhit a pass or just go longer, it's not a long ball. It's a long pass for them.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Whereas we're trying to, we did play at times, to be fair. I say more in the second half when we kind of, it was 3-0.
Or even when,
Yeah, you lot did play a lot better in the second half.
I'd say halfway through the first half.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were 2-0 up at that point. But then you lot started to like just express yourself a bit more effectively. And then my only issue was there wasn't enough shots taken.
That's true.
There was like, you're getting in spaces where there's half chances potentially, getting crosses in, boom, or it's like you look, I won't say, not in an arrogant way, but I won't say you lot were trying to score the perfect goal, but
It felt like that
it
sometimes.
felt like that sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I was like,
Yeah.
bro, just test the keeper in it.
Yeah.
You get me? Obviously, good keeper. I know the keeper, Ben Wilson, known him from Cardiff, but just test him. Like was it a couple times? I think Lamar obviously he's beat the full. In fact, both of the wingers beat the fullbacks initially, putting crosses, and it got to the other winger, for instance,
And he
or,
just took
or
taken a
whoever
shot.
was on the other side.
Yeah.
And there was certain times it's either cut back to one of the midfielders, just hit it. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
sometimes just put them under so they can see. All right, cool. Like, so
No, that
obviously
was
hindsight, but
yeah. No, but that's one of the things I was thinking when we were playing. I was thinking we're at halftime. We said, look, boys, when we're in positions to shoot, I know we want to cut it back and score the perfect like finish, but you know if you don't shoot, you don't score at the end of the day. So and you never know what can happen. The ball can deflect off 3 men in the box, and you get what I mean. So
Which happens in football.
that's the thing.
because it's funny, before their third goal, I think that's when they realised, all right, you lot are actually playing a bit.
Yeah.
And their third goal was effectively more different than their other goals, where it was more snap than boom. Whereas the other ones were, obviously it was snap, but it was opening you quicker.
Yes.
Third goal, like you said, Casey's received the ball, snapshot, boom.
Yeah.
Keepers had to make that save, and then the rebound.
That's it.
And before, you lot had
So
like
unfortunate,
a good
man.
5-10 minute spell of where the game was a bit more balanced.
Yeah, we were falling on the second balls.
Yeah.
I remember I'm falling a few in the middle of the pitch and just being able to just play.
That second balls one, that was getting him,
Bro,
That was getting
I was saying
Yeah.
it throughout that one, lads, that pissed me off throughout the whole game because
He was fuming.
like you're half the time, especially if the team's dominating, you're rarely gonna win the first balls. And it could be a good percentage you won't win the second balls, but if you're not putting yourself in that opportunity
To win
to
it.
battle that
Yeah.
second ball, you're giving them time to just settle.
Play,
So
yeah.
for instance, if Kelly or is it Talk, the other centre mid,
Yeah.
if they're receiving the second balls and they could just scan the pitch, you're like, what's the point?
yeah.
Whereas if like others are there, and it's not even in midfield, it was literally everywhere.
everywhere.
Like second balls compared to Ipswich.
Yeah.
Ipswich, you lot would battle for your second balls. Even if you didn't win it, at least you're in a position where they have to go and start all the way again.
Right.
You lot could get back in shape
Yes,
effectively. Cov, anywhere on the pitch that a second ball was, whether it was their half, your half, they could counter you lot.
Yeah.
When it shouldn't be like that.
Yeah, I had a
a
gripe,
second
but-
ball should be where, all right, we need to start play again,
Yeah.
etc. We need to even like get in our shape on the ball. And I'm like, bro, I was like, boys, just do this for me, please.
No, I agree with you because I had a gripe at halftime, just before the halftime whistle went. They played the ball inside, and I went to press top, but I'd seen what they'd been doing the whole game. They want to play around the corner.
Yeah.
So the ball's come into top, and he's gone to play. So I've gone to press him, but I was saying you're playing this off one. So I've cut back towards where Casey is. I've blocked off the pass, and no one's won the second ball.
Yeah.
And I've turned around.
I think I
And
clocked that one.
I've
Yeah, you turned around
I
and
screamed at someone, yeah. And the whistle went like 30 seconds later, and on the way in, I'm just screaming at people, yeah. And the man, the assistant stopped me. What's wrong? And I just, I'm not gonna say what I said,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was just screaming.
I actually remember that just before half time.
Yeah, I was just screaming because I said, how many times are we not gonna fall on the second ball in and around this area? Because every time the ball drops and it drops to them, it becomes an issue for us. And that's what the problem is.
And they make it issue quick.
This is the thing.
I think on that one, the thing that it looked like that pissed you off was you lot didn't hunt impacts at those moments either.
No.
Like, obviously, it's easier said than done.
It's difficult.
Do you
It
know
is
what I mean?
difficult.
It's very difficult. And
Yeah.
obviously, knowing as a former technician, man, knows you get it. But like, you can just see everything Ipswich, as much as you lot rode your luck, there was so much cohesion that game.
Yes.
There
Yeah.
was like what's it on FIFA when the team
Chemistry.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't really play it anymore, but that man, the chemistry was like, all right, cool. If you're going, I'm gonna be near enough there to support you.
Right.
Whereas there's certain aspects, whoever's pressing, for instance, as soon as Cov just played that one pot, they utilize this space on the pitch.
Yeah.
And it's not even width wise, they just utilize the actual space. And that's where I think caught you lot off guard.
Oh no, 100%. Because sometimes I felt like, but this is the thing we discussed. So we said if we're gonna go, everyone's got to come with the person that goes. But we're gonna go at the right times. So especially when the ball's in like the mid third of the pitch, we can't let them walk us down. So when the ball's in the mid third, we got to engage somewhere. Not all the time, because sometimes sitting and just shuffling makes sense.
Yeah.
But when we have to go, say if I went, so if I went, someone's got to come for the next one and come for the next one. But sometimes I was like, okay, I'm going. Where's the next person? And it's just, okay, let me just get back into shape. But because I understand everyone's at points is tired, because obviously you're just running around, you get what I mean? But at the same time, we had a system where if you do go, try and get someone to come behind you. But make sure you're going at the right time. So don't go on a press, drop back in, go on a press.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So go on a press, settle down, go on a press. But yeah, then obviously came up for second half. And obviously they're 3-0 up, so I think they kind of they're just trying to control and manage the game, not make many mistakes. So we had more of the ball. We had a few little combinations in the first like 5-6 minutes of the second half. Where we had a shot and it was off target, and then we were trying to play. We were trying to play, and trying to just get round the ball more, and just try and fall on seconds, try and do stuff quicker, try and play quicker, not take as many touches in certain areas, try and just be more expressive. Show okay, cool, we're Maidstone and we got here, so let's not make a fool of ourselves. Let's try and
try to stand on business a little bit.
Implement ourselves into the game. And obviously then the gaffer wanted to get everyone involved, get the players on, get players off, which is understandable.
And to be fair, just with the energy that you lot had taken up throughout the game, you could tell players were starting to wear out and stuff, which that one you cannot fault one bit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when you're playing a team that's like obviously leagues above, when they play to their strengths and they utilize it, because that's effectively what Coventry done. Yeah. It's like, all right, cool. It'll make you lot naturally down to yourself, innit? So like,
so we just tried to keep up what we were. Well, not keep up. We'll just match obviously their intensity. Yeah. And then try and bring what quality we do have into that. You get what I mean? And when you have the ball, be calm, because it's not everything that needs to be frantic. Yeah. They're not always pressing us. You get what I mean? They're not always in our face, and when they are in our face, we play with pressure in our face in training. It's not, I understand there's another player running at you, but it's not like, if someone is this close to me, regardless of what league he's in, he's just another player.
It's not going to be any different.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. So it's still man at the end of the day.
It's still a man just pressing me. He's not pressing me any different. He might come at the wrong angle in a different league, but he's not pressing me any different. He's still pressing me. So be calm, try and play. And I feel like in the second half we tried to, get something going, some form of, Yeah,
you was popping the ball about a little bit. I see you put the ball into like some spaces, but it just didn't connect at the time with some of the other players.
Yeah, but you get that, you get that, because we spoke about that though. We spoke after. We're like, look, like there's but you always have good chemistry with certain players in the team. You get
that's
what I mean?
natural.
So you always know where, like, because I've been playing with Lamar and Liam a bit. I always kind of know where they are. You get what I mean? In terms of, I don't have to look to know where you should be. Whereas others, I might have to think twice before playing that pass. But it's just the same. It's just cohesion and just getting to know everyone and play with everyone consistently. Because obviously our team, injuries and stuff like that, our team's been changing. I'm relatively new still to the team. I've only been here for 2 months. Yeah. So. And
I mean, I was saying to Deji during the game, you lot couldn't even name a full bench. You were missing like 3 players off four players off the bench or whatever.
That's the
obviously
thing.
A lot of players cup tied for you lot, and a couple injuries here and there, and just even players that played not being 100%. Obviously, it's not an excuse or whatever, but it's just
no, it's a real thing though. Because even at the Ipswich game, you was on one ankle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
And people don't even know that.
No, but you know, I'm out there. But when you're out there, all they see is a name on the back of your shirt. They think you're fit.
Yeah, 100%.
So I never got out there saying, "Oh, I'm hurt."
But that's the assumption when you're out there anyway. So
That's the thing. So everyone, no matter what performance you put out there, no one a million miles away is gonna say, "Oh, he was injured." I know I'm injured, and the people around me know I'm injured.
when you put on that shirt, you're fit.
That's the thing, and that's your choice to put on the shirt and play.
100%.
So there's no qualms if anyone said you didn't do well. You get what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. But it was a good experience. It was a great experience, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you had literally. You could put my family, your family, Deji's family.
The whole of Croydon was there.
we're there, bro. Like, and that is like obviously credit to yourself and like your peoples, etc. And just Maidstone in general. About 5k fans.
Yes.
Traveling to Cove on a Monday night. And I was in the city early during the day and seeing Maidstone fans in the town centre and stuff like that. It's like, this is good, man. It's great for the club. Like, regardless of the result, the whole experience for you lot as the players, the staff as well. Obviously, the gaffer, George, he's played at the highest level.
Yes.
But like him experiencing that as a coach or manager, that might motivate him differently as well.
That's the furthest he's ever got.
Exactly.
Player or coach. So that's the furthest he's ever got in FA Cup.
Oh, swear.
Yeah, so this is a new experience for him too.
So that's mad. And man's played Premier League. So yeah, and then like I said, for the fans and the town Maidstone itself, bro, like it's put you lot on the map.
Yeah, they travelled so well.
Yeah.
And stuff. So mate, experience itself. That experience, no one can take that from you.
No.
You other guys.
Yeah.
And I think I'm happy how you lot enjoyed it after the game. Obviously, you were sad, disappointed, dejected with the end result and stuff like that. Then I think when you lot actually could do your lap again, etc., or just as time went by a bit, you lot could actually see your family members, etc., and then enjoy the experience, enjoy the support you were getting. And I think like the Maidstone fans helped that by just continuously singing and cheering for you guys after. Bro, you lot were jumping and partying. I clocked up at one point. I was like, huh? Are they jumping and partying? I was like, who won? Who won? What they doing? No, but
they were celebrating like crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no, it's true because I was in the crowd.
Yeah, you were with us, so you didn't really clock.
Yeah, but I didn't even know half the time on the pitch the boys were still celebrating because I was in the crowd with all of you guys.
Yeah.
Because at that point I was like, you know what? The family, friends, everyone's come to watch. Let me go and show my love to everyone over here.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I understand. I love the Maidstone fans and all that sort of stuff, but the family and friends, they've all come to watch. They're the most important thing at that time.
Yeah.
So I've come to watch, and I'll come back and celebrate with the boys after, and you get what I mean. So that was my main thing, really, because I wasn't on the pitch for any of the ITV stuff or any of that sort of stuff.
You was with us.
Yeah.
To be fair, I think there was before we saw you when your family went to the corner the first time. The gaffer unexpectedly just called. So I think there was another player that missed it and he called for everyone to take a group picture.
Yeah.
So,
that was me and Kips.
Yeah. So I think I
got the picture on my phone.
Yeah. That's right. And just before we near enough wrap up, whose shirt did you...
Lataboudier.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm playing against him when I'm on international. So we were playing against each other. He's Jamaica's captain.
Yes.
Well, he was Jamaica's captain for one of the games, but yeah, he's playing right back, but he's holding mid.
Yeah, I was thinking that. He's a midfielder, right?
Yeah, midfielder. He's playing right back. He plays everywhere for them. Fair. Good guy, to be fair. We were just chatting after the game. We were speaking about international duty. And he's just we were talking about Trinidad and how I hate it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, we were just chatting away, to be fair. But as I said, great experience for us, and I enjoy it. You know what? I feel like every time I step in them stadiums, I'm like, this is what football's about.
Yeah.
Like
no, definitely.
This is kind of where you want to be every week. You get what I mean? This is like the pinnacle of kind of kicking ball. You know,
it's added motivation for you as well.
Yeah.
So.
When you're there, you don't ever want to leave that moment. You know what I mean? So it's like Ipswich away, you have 29,000. Last night you have 27, near enough thousand. Yeah. You get what I mean? You're playing in front of these massive crowds, and
the atmosphere was nuts yesterday.
That's
the thing.
Credit to the Coventry City fans as well.
Yes.
The ones that were near us as well, bro. They were, before the game, they were singing. During the game, they were singing.
They're always trying to out-sing us. Like.
Yeah, and I was like, this is it. Like, they didn't show the league disparity.
Not at all.
Not like, do you know? I mean, usually you'll go to a big club and it'll be more or less quiet and stuff. But nah, bruv, they had all
singing.
their lights, all that jazz. So I
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
and the banner as well.
yeah, and obviously just like I was saying, the stadium itself is just a very nice stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that stadium's transformed though. It really is
Yeah.
transformed.
Great club Coventry are, you know.
Yeah,
And yeah, wish them all the best in the FA Cup. Wish my boys that played there in all the best in the FA Cup. Great game yesterday, so for them, and yeah, we'll learn from it, and obviously we'll take a few things from that game, and if we implement some of what we did yesterday when we did get the ball down and played into our performances in the league,
Yep.
there's no doubt about what we can achieve this season. So we now can have full focus on the league, and you know, I feel like we seen some things yesterday that we can kind of implement into our game, like we did at Ipswich, but more so with playing. You get what I mean? Playing football, because we know we have the players that can do it, and you know, we just try and kind of move on from there and take this experience, take everything with us. And
build on it.
And essentially, we all want to play higher. We all want to be higher. So,
Yeah.
and the only way you can get there is by playing well, winning games, showcasing yourself like we did yesterday. So, hopefully, we all put out a good outfit for ourselves and the club.
Definitely.
So, yeah, just trying to.
I mean, well, like we said, fantastic cup run. Near enough historic for Maidstone. Big up
Historic
yourself.
in general.
Yeah, big up yourself, big up your teammates, the staff, everyone associated with the club.
Jasmine, big up Maidstone.
Yep.
Up the Stones.
Up the Stones, indeed, the Black and Amber Army, and full voice. And yeah, we're just looking forward to, obviously, for you lot now, just to finish the season strong.
Yeah.
Battling for a playoff spot and stuff like that. And just use that as added motivation.
Yes.
To obviously get to the next level, get to the next step and stuff. But yeah, big up Maidstone United. Get me?
Yes.
Yeah, obviously we'll just move on to following topics. And obviously I always forget how to say his name. You just said the Coventry.
Latabudier.
Yeah, Latabudier. Coming up is, 2025, sorry, the Gold Cup. And obviously you played against Jamaica before, but the Gold Cup's going to be, and the US, where it's going to be hosted.
Yeah.
And obviously me wanting to speak about the US hosting the Gold Cup and in 2025, and then the World Cup in 2026.
Yeah. No, they're hosting Copa America.
And yes, you said Copa
America
this year, isn't it?
This year. Gold Cup's next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a try run for them.
So they've literally got 3 summers of 3 international tournaments. But my main concern is the US guns. I won't even say gun safety laws, just US gun culture.
Yes.
Which effectively drags in the laws. Obviously, don't need to get into that aspect. But recently, I'd say, was it 2 weeks ago now? Time's flown. But the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously, when they won the Super Bowl, my team, they had their celebrations and their parade, and then unfortunately the parade got marred by
the
that
shootings.
incident, the shootings that happened, and one woman unfortunately lost her life. But as an athlete potentially going there for the Gold Cup and stuff like that, do you like, in fact, I wouldn't even say as an athlete as much. I think I see it more as a fan perspective. It's made me doubt going to the World Cup in 2026. Because me and my friends spoke about it when I think the US first got announced a few years ago. But like, oh yeah, planning, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, bro, if there's going to be a major event in certain states and cities and stuff like that, it's like...
I think it's, from a fan's perspective, it's different. Because as athletes, we're always... policed.
Yeah, that's
why. Yeah, we have police around us 24/7. Gold Cup, but your police escorts everywhere. Anywhere you go, if you want to go shop, police are with you. So there's no real threat. There's obviously a threat because you're in America.
In fact, not even in America. It's just a threat anywhere.
Yeah.
As a team, as a player, anywhere you go,
there's definitely a threat.
Yeah.
But in terms of like, as from an athlete's perspective, because we're so guarded.
Yeah.
You don't really see much of, there could be stuff going on, but we just don't see it. Whereas in like the parade, the Kansas City Chiefs parade, whereas that's how the fans will be.
Yeah.
In the World Cup, in the Copa America, in the Gold Cup, like they'll just be out and about in cities, in their numbers, And literally, you never know what can happen because it's any randomer in America is allowed to walk around with guns.
Yeah.
So any randomer can then just say, "Oh, today's a bad day. Let me start shooting people."
It don't even need to. Don't need to be no event.
That's the thing.
They get shot in everyday life.
Because everyone
They
can carry a
began to
gun.
the shop. They began to school. They began cinema. They began to a concert. Someone's been shot in all them situations.
Over nothing.
Nothing at all.
And obviously not to be ignorant, because it can literally happen anywhere in the world. It happens in any country anyway. But just in these particular instances, for these kind of specific things, you're like, bro, this happens too much in America, where I think FIFA should highly consider
Changing the
Yeah.
changing the
But
competition.
obviously, for a lot of businesses, money talks and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously, they've already won the bid, etc.
Yeah, that's
blah, blah, blah.
that's what it's about at the end of the day, man. It's just about the bottom line with how much cash they can get in. So, America, it's gonna be there, man.
It's
And that country it's not gonna change. If anything, they're gonna put more guns on the street.
You're not
They're
wrong.
gonna teach you how to survive from guns
With more guns.
instead of removing guns.
To be fair,
Yeah.
on when First Things First done their following show after the incident in Kansas City, I think it was Nick that said he'd spoke to maybe an old lady or something like that, and then
Yeah, I heard the story. Yep.
was it an old lady or someone? But so basically, this person's 14-year-old, either daughter or granddaughter.
Yeah. It was old lady, granddaughter.
Yeah, granddaughter was basically.
She didn't know what to do.
She was prepped in that case of gun incident.
From the schools.
Yeah, because the schools, they're teaching the kids obviously how to react in those situations. So basically be
Prepped,
some
you
sort
know.
of response. And I was like, bro, like, how are children the one that are telling adults what, obviously not to be naive in these situations, but telling them what to do in that particular situation? You're prepping children to mentally be ready for
Yeah.
just in case there's a shootout in their school, etc. And now they're having to adapt that into a wider society, which the parade was effectively.
Right,
It's like, bruh, really?
It's like the first red flag should have been like the fact that you have to prepare for shooting in school.
Yeah.
First red flag. Even the fact that it happens in school, red flag.
Because
Yeah.
me personally, I just can't imagine kids here. Obviously, none of us got kids or yet, etc. Blah blah blah. But like, imagine. Obviously, I've still got a younger sister and stuff like that. And if she was to tell man, like, yo, this is what we learned at school today, I would be like, what the hell?
Yeah. It's
Now, I
odd.
think about it. You got young Neff now. So imagine you ask, like, what do you do today? When he goes up, like, we learned preparation for a gun situation.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what? Like, I don't even know. How can you even react to that?
Yeah.
You just look confused. But in America, it's the norm.
Yeah. Well,
That's-
that part, yeah,
Yeah.
is not the norm effectively, but it's like, yeah.
Yeah. But in that country, because guns are so prevalent and they're like everyone that you walk past could be carrying one.
Yeah.
You need to be prepared for everyone to use one.
That's so wild, man.
So like they actually learn about guns like we learn about maths in school. It's a lesson.
Yeah.
It's full on a lesson how to prepare for. But they learn how to prepare for a mass shooter to come into your school and try and kill everyone. That doesn't make sense. That will never make sense.
No, I'll never.
Like, are they? I don't even know the laws inside stadiums in America. Are you allowed to carry a gun in the stadium?
I ain't got a clue.
But
Because
I know all the states have different laws
Yeah.
regarding guns.
if you're allowed to carry your guns in the stadiums, you mix alcohol with the adrenaline, with maybe a argument with an opposing fan.
Yeah.
or even with your own fan.
Yeah, next thing you know,
Boom.
that's the thing. So I don't know. This is the confusion. Are you allowed guns in these stadiums as well? Like, I don't know if FIFA have to reconsider because they never will.
Yeah.
Because-
they'll never reconsider.
Because the last World Cup happened in Saudi. Was it in Saudi? Am I bugging? Was it in Qatar?
Qatar.
Yeah, last World Cup had to happen in Qatar.
Yeah, but this is where, like, and I think this is where the media are hypocrites and, like, say journalists and stuff like that, because they had so much energy for Qatar. Like, obviously, the Qatari laws and stuff like that, people that I've known that have gone to the World Cup, they said it was the safest environment that they've been to.
100%. Those countries are safe though.
Exactly. But like all the energy they had pre-World Cup, they've not had it post-World Cup when it was so successful.
Right.
They never said it as loud either.
No.
Like, whereas this, everyone's known like US gun laws, their concerns for years, because it's hit like Europe, for instance, do you know what I mean, etc. Well, you could see that from anything that happens, how the rest of the world reacts and stuff.
Yeah.
But like the media here for it, or journals here, I've read, obviously I follow quite a lot. When it was Qatar World Cup, their think pieces, their articles, they'll be ready to write it before the competition's even started.
I think they just defer to the agenda of their employer anyway. So depending on what this country is on, or what their country or where they live, what they're writing about, they just defer to what the general consensus is. They won't try to do something that's like an individual piece or something that's going to be a standalone piece. They'll just try to be general about it.
I mean,
they ain't
obviously,
do no standout articles on it.
obviously the World Cup's still two years away, so maybe some will speak out closer to the time, innit? But with Qatar, I just know some spoke out even a few years before it was.
It's because I think they can. They feel like they can, whereas America's a large media hub in the world.
But I feel like
And
they
they
can
don't-
as well.
But they never want to speak out against certain countries.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? With the Qatari country, with Qatar, it's like,
Or the
okay,
Middle East country,
with the Middle East countries, they always have something on Islamic countries, number one.
Yeah.
That's what they look to.
Yep.
And then they look at their laws and say, this isn't right, this is because it doesn't like combine with our laws. So anything that doesn't combine with our laws isn't good for them.
And it's easy to criticize as well.
That's the thing. But when it's America, because they have a lot of laws that do combine with our laws, apart from this gun law,
Yeah.
that's when it's like, okay, cool, well, it's only the guns.
Yeah.
So that's how they're looking at it. It's only the guns.
But only the guns is wild.
It is, but that's how they're looking at it.
To be fair, I think most Brits in general just know the gun law, probably don't agree with the gun law. I'd like to think so anyway. Obviously, there'll be people that do, but like, bro, like people, I feel like people need to publicly call out their concerns, and then for FIFA or whatever institutions or federations they're gonna work with to be not be prepared, but to maximize everything that they have to somewhat
For safety.
yeah,
Yeah.
like put things into practice. Not to say they haven't already, but mate, because when you publicly call out things, it naturally puts people under pressure.
You're right.
And you'll be like, okay, shit, we have to do this now. Whereas if they don't react to it and then something bad's to happen, people be like, bro, we told you, blah blah blah.
But it's difficult because it's a law in their country.
Yeah.
It's difficult to change something that's so. It's literally.
Yeah,
It's
hard to-
literally,
obviously
it's allowed.
I know
So-
that,
but that's the only reason why I'm saying, because, as I said, it could be anyone that's walking down the road that's had a bad day
yeah.
and says, today I'm just gonna shoot people.
Yeah, well, the Kansas City one, I thought it was like someone, but I think it was people that were actually arguing, or it was
Yeah.
some sort of gang rivalry or some jazz.
See what I mean?
I can't, obviously, I'm not going to state and get it wrong, but I feel like I'm paraphrasing that. It was along those lines. So it
Yeah.
wasn't, this person's mental. That wasn't the excuse. I think partly because the person was black, I believe. But also, Kansas City are one of the host cities for the World Cup.
Yeah,
and
so-
that was a big thing for them. Like, because
There's nothing. Kansas City is either it's the Chiefs and nothing else.
Yeah, obviously they've got other sports in the Royals and stuff like that. But
they're not as like
yeah,
they're not as you don't
so
know
it
as
was
big about them.
it was a big. I remember when the cities were announced, it was a very big thing. They were one of the ones that they made most noise about because it was potentially going to help them a lot.
Yes,
Whereas
yes.
like Dallas, New York, all those places getting
They're already
it,
big.
Theirs was just who was going to get the final, and now we know New York. Well, I say New Jersey, but it's the MetLife Stadium.
Yeah.
It's in New Jersey, but New
Yeah.
York effectively
Yeah.
have got that final, which we'll speak about another time because obviously that's tough.
Oh, they have to change it though.
Yeah, they'll change it still.
All those pictures have to be.
Yeah.
They're just every picture that's played at the World
But
Cup
if
will be
anyone
grass.
knows how to fly in turf,
It's the Americans.
We know that. We know that, but just a lot of the key stadiums at the World Cup are surf.
Yeah, but they'll just do the because they're all the what do you call it? The multi-dimensionals. Is that what they call it?
I think I know what you're talking about.
The multi-stadiums where you can roll in and roll out surfaces.
Yeah.
So I feel like every stadium that's been picked has that.
I don't think so. You know.
They don't.
Because I've seen even a lot of like US people when the MetLife Stadium was announced, because that's the one with the most injuries, I believe, in the NFL or ACL, something along those lines, isn't it? And I don't think that one's a rollout one. I might be wrong, but from what I've seen, what people say and stuff like that, obviously I leave it to people who are actually from.
What they're trying to do to the image of our football?
Yeah. No. Well. But they'll have to make them.
Yeah.
They'll have to make them all grass. Like all have to be multi-purpose. That was the word I'm looking for.
Sorry, Americans, our American followers, but FIFA, when it comes to football, our football's actually bigger.
way bigger.
But yeah, going a bit.
Wait, so let's go back to the gun laws. But what do you think about their gun laws, though?
No, I was literally gonna go back on it. I mean, I just think it's mad. Like, I couldn't imagine living in certain states or cities there because of how accepted it is. But obviously, that's me talking from a British background.
Yeah.
That it's not the norm here. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when things of certain gun natures happen here, obviously I'm not going to say things don't happen. Things always happen here. But when certain things happen of a gun nature, it will be like way more alarming, red flag. Everyone's going to react. Whereas there, it's just like, oh, another one.
Yeah.
And then because it happens so often in the US, for instance, they don't really, from what I see, they don't really speak about the statistics as much. But then when they do, like on First Things First, I think Chris Broussard briefly said something, and it's like, you actually deep it, like that number, just for this calendar year, for instance, it's crazy high, but it's somewhat,
normal.
That's happened.
It's normal to them.
Yeah, and even when we went to Miami last year, I think there was a shooting like on one of the beaches in, I don't know if it was in Miami or somewhere in Florida. I think it was near enough close to where we were, and like a week before or so. And it took me like near enough about a day to, because I feel like I'm the one that's on social media the most, to actually send it in our group chat, innit? Because I was like, do I want to alarm everyone, blah blah blah. But then the flip side was like, everyone actually has a right to know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? What they're potentially walking into, for instance, and stuff. So I think I remember sending it in our chat, and I was like, and I just looked up location. I was looking how far it was from where we were staying. But then when something happens in one, like a specific location, it's highly unlikely it's gonna happen there.
Yeah, it's true.
It's gonna happen in surrounding areas.
You don't strike the same place twice.
Exactly. So it's like, it's just things. I'm like, if man's looking at that for a normal holiday,
Yeah.
imagine now I'm planning to go to the World Cup for an event, go for a period of time, maybe travel, and just always being at the heart of those cities.
Yeah.
Or heart of, even if man's not going to a game, I want to be in that atmosphere.
Yeah.
So I'll just, for instance, I know what I'm like. I'll happily go to a bar there.
Yeah.
Or
You never
like
know.
a bar across the road from the stadium, just for argument's sake and stuff like that. And I don't know what I'm walking into. You don't know what you're walking to in any aspect of life, but
It's true.
yeah, when things are
At all-time high.
yeah, like, boy,
How do you feel about it, Jacob?
Well, this is the thing. I'm in America quite a lot. No, but I am. No, I'm in America quite a lot, and it's funny. When you're there, you kind of forget that they even have guns, because it's rare you actually see them. That's the thing. So the gun law in general is ridiculous. They shouldn't have guns. First off, if you have to have a gun, I don't understand why you have to have a gun. That's my first thing. Unless you're the police, even I don't think they should have guns, because we can survive in England without them. Yeah.
Yeah, what?
No, honestly though. Loads of other countries survive without guns. So why do you guys need guns?
Their local authority.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
So why do you guys need guns? And why does every person walking the street need a gun? Why do the kids need to be prepped for madness that can go on? Why is there mass shootings? Like, this sort of stuff shouldn't actually happen.
Obviously, in terms of the kids being prepped, not in a bad way, but I understand why they're being prepped. Do
It
you know
makes
what I
sense,
mean?
but it shouldn't happen.
It fully makes sense, but yeah, like you said, it's outrageous when you see the bigger picture.
Yeah, it shouldn't happen. And just the general gun law, like, first off, just defund the guns. As I said, America needs to be closed for a period of time anyway. So no one, America just needs to be shut down. Americans need to go about their business.
Listen,
and fix.
me and Deji do not share Jacob's views.
They need to fix what's going on in that country alone, because it's too much madness. It's too much madness. As you said, with the statistics of how many people actually die and get shot, like when you actually see and hear the number, it's ridiculous. I remember someone saying that more people have died in Chicago than in certain wars in recent times, just from guns.
Yikes.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, when it comes to the whole gang violence aspect, it's like that's just another kettle of
But
fish.
it's just madness that after all this stuff still happens. First off, people still want to understand why people carry, because of how many guns, how many deaths. You get what I mean? And if you feel like if you walk down the road and you don't have a gun in you, and the next person does, I could bump into him and he could kill me. Mm-hmm. So it's a level of protection you need, but it's a level of protection that needs to just be taken away. Full stop.
Yeah.
Like, there's no reason for, like, we walk down the road now, we know no one has a gun on them. In fact, we don't. But legally,
It's highly likely that they don't.
yes.
Yeah. You're not gonna think, oh yeah. Whereas literally when there's certain, I think anytime I land in the US, on my very first day I might think the odd time, are they carry? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Most people
depending
are.
on what state you are. I think in Miami you're allowed, I believe you are. I might be wrong.
If you're in Texas, you see open carry.
Yeah.
So you can see people with the guns
And I
in
think
their
I
waist.
actually want to go to Texas.
Yeah,
see-
I'm gonna go there too.
You can see people with the guns in their waist, but you think to yourself, okay, cool, they're not gonna use it, but you never know.
Could. It's like a dog in it. You don't know if it's gonna bite you, but it could.
That's the thing. And you just gotta hope for the best.
But my view on guns is a bit different, you know. Like, I believe that no like civilian should have it in like every major city. But I know there's like rural places in America, yeah, where they actually need guns to like survive in it.
Hunting.
Yeah, like, or they just live in like some wilderness of a place, like where that gun is just used for them to actually survive.
But that's like, oh, you're talking about like to kill animals that could kill them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like in England though.
But they have they have guns for that though.
Yeah, no, but yeah, in England, in England we have guns for that.
I think it's just because England, because it's to a much lesser scale, so you won't really think about it as much.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably what
I
it
believe
is.
that they should have guns for that.
Okay, I agree with that. Yeah.
But in terms of like all the major cities, like all these like towns, and they don't need them. Like they don't need them like that. And the only people that should have them are like, you know, like how we have like Trident and that. They should have a Trident as well, that just deal with stuff like that.
Hold on, what's Trident again?
Special.
It's
We know
like-
when you phone armed forces.
Yeah,
Armed police.
basically
Okay, yeah.
armed
Police.
police. They need armed police as well. Like
That's
every officer,
police.
every officer, like their local cops and that, they shouldn't have guns, because them man, they've proven time and time again they don't even know what to do
Yeah.
with the guns that they carry.
Nope. Just
So,
use it because they're scared.
Yeah, so because they're scared that the other person might have a gun as well. So if they take that away across the board, then maybe. But I don't know, man. I feel like they'll just make some homemade thing that will just.
I think there because like obviously that's a much wider topic and one that I know I've not got enough sense on, but because all the states effectively have different laws, it's just so hard to
It's so hard to manage, man.
yeah.
And if you do have a gun, there should be so many checks that you have to do to even get one.
That's what.
Like one headline I hate reading is that this person that shot up like more than 5 people had mental issues. That's the last thing I want to hear about when someone just shot out more than
not even
2 or
5,
3 people.
one.
Yeah,
Bro, one person's enough.
Yeah.
So,
that's an annoying headline to read.
Because why is that mental patient?
How
why is
should
the
he
person-
even be able to get a gun?
Yeah. That's the thing. It's like you said in England. Imagine getting pulled over and knowing the policeman has a gun.
Yeah, that's wild. Man.
It is madness when you actually start to think about it. Think about them people that get pulled over late at night in America and they're thinking, I don't know if this is going to be my last time I'm going to see this earth.
well, it happened to me and Brad when we got pulled over outside my house because my car was on the system apparently. So obviously that was armed feds that pulled us over and stuff, and that was the first time I'd experienced that.
Right.
Obviously I've had police stop and search back in the day and stuff like that. I've been quite fortunate where I've rarely had it throughout my life, but that one, it's like obviously my car's got a marker on it, so effectively it's technically has to be armed police that's meant to stop you and stuff like that. And I was like, bro, like this was so, the moment was so surreal, but in the worst possible way that I could think of. And I was like, that's just me experiencing that for just say what, first time 30 years of my life, for instance. And then in America, that could be on a
everyday
regular occurrence. Do you know what I mean? And even here, I was like, bro, I could tell the police here they're not, well, the ones that dealt with us in that situation, they weren't prepared for that, like in terms of from a training aspect. Because when we wrote our complaints and everything like that, obviously the end thing was like, oh yeah, we're gonna send them on more training, blah blah blah. I was like, bun that, bruv. Like some aspects I'm like, okay, cool, like training will actually help. Some people could be misunderstood in certain situations. I was like, this is not a training thing. Yeah. This is complete, like, you lot just got it wrong. From a race aspect or dealing with the situation, etc. Blah, like, bro. Like, not to say obviously were much to a lesser scale when things happen like that compared to the US and stuff like that. But I won't be naive to say, oh no, this won't happen here and stuff. So
it's a long conversation.
Yeah, no, it is.
And it's something that really needs to be addressed, and in the World Cup is something that needs to be addressed.
I just believe that they need to publicly state a concern about it for like, so maybe the US local authorities, for instance, or wherever things are going to be held, they don't rest on their laurels, for instance. Yeah. Like they're as prepped. Not to say they won't be, but everyone needs to see that you're going to be. Because even the Kansas City one, like they stated it about the extra police that they had, everything. So that wasn't a problem. People alleviated that part. But it was just I won't say freak accident because it wasn't a freak.
Yeah, it don't matter.
It was something unusual, do you know what I mean? Yeah. And a
matter
parade and a celebration that's happening. So, yeah.
Extra police can't protect everyone.
Definitely not.
If we want to shoot you, shoot, bro.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Because a policeman can't stop you for carrying a gun in America.
Nope.
Like stop and search. Okay, have you got a gun? Yes. Okay, carry on.
Obviously, once they showed that you can legally have it and stuff like that, it's just like, oh yeah.
Okay, carry on.
Certain parts of America, I just think it's the Matrix, bro.
I told you, America needs to be shut down.
I'm not gonna go that far.
It needs to be shut down.
I feel like it's a Matrix. Not Matrix. It's just a bit of a glitch to me. I'm like, I don't believe certain things happen there. I'm like, okay, wow, but yeah,
the place isn't real. It needs to be shut down for a while.
Obviously,
no one in, no one out.
I ain't gonna go that far again.
You think I'm joking?
I said they need to go and cut that.
They need to fix the internal issues.
Hey, if you go Gold Cup and when you get to Border Force and they'll be like, you on the focus. You said we shouldn't let anyone in, so I'm not letting you in.
Correct. They'll say, have you fixed your issues yet?
Then the whole national team's going right. But yeah, man. Obviously, briefly speaking about cars at the end of that, yesterday I saw on BBC News that, because me and Deji have been talking about car insurance for a while in general, and when Deji dropped me home last night, we were briefly touching up about how insurance has gone up for both of us, all that jazz.
Yeah, man, it's annoying.
And I was like, bro, well, we got clean, no penalties. Do you know what I mean? For it to have got, well, the way insurance is perceived, how it would be that if your thing's clean, it will go down more or less.
No claims bonus.
Yeah, and I had my certificate. I was like, blood, man's a good dude, you get me? But then
no claims bonus don't mean nothing these days.
It doesn't mean S, because I haven't had to speak to my pops about it. But yeah, car insurance quotes higher in ethnically diverse areas. This is according to the BBC yesterday. And
they've now changed it from names to diverse areas.
So, for instance, they gave an example of two 30-year-old men. They're teachers, and they drive the same car. But this is in different areas of Birmingham. So one area is called Sandwell, near Birmingham apparently, and the black Asian minority ethnic population is 11%. So their average quote is £1,975.
At 30.
Yes, and then this is
Listen,
for
if I tell you what I got,
this is for teacher A.
Yeah.
For teacher B, in another area near Birmingham, the black Asian and minority ethnic population is 44%. So obviously that percentage wise is times 4.
Right.
Their average quote is 2,796. So off the top of my head, that's £800 higher on average than the 11%.
My goodness.
and that £800, that's some people's quotes for the year.
Bro,
That's mine's less than that.
yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, you've
I'm
been
just
driving from 10 years old.
Guys,
I'm just
Jacob
deep,
was 5'5", like
Trust me, one-handed, you know.
I'm just deep in it. That quote is higher than my first ever car insurance quote.
What
2,796.
mate? So yeah, I was like,
Jesus.
and I like when these kind of consensus stuff come out, innit? Because you'd be like, well, that, like, if someone, for instance, be like, oh, you're playing the race card, blah blah blah, it'd be like, no, this is a statistic.
Yeah.
Consensus statistics, when we're filling out forms, it's just, for instance, black British, black this, black Caribbean. So they're just looking at figures, facts and figures. It's like, so when they do release things like this, for instance, I'm guessing this is what they'll be basing certain things off of, or just knowing people's postcodes, for instance, where your car's registered.
You see that though. You see what it used to be. It used to be if there's many accidents in your area.
Yeah.
So it used to be that used to raise the price. So how are they determining, because we're black and we're Asian, we're a minority in UK, that our prices need to rise? What have we done?
This is the question.
Is there not an answer? Like, where's the transparency? Like, why we?
I know, you know.
Why? Because we're black, or we live in black areas predominantly, our car insurance is higher. Because what have we done wrong on the roads? Because guess what? There's more white people than black people in the country.
I mean, the UK is literally, I think, in terms of black population, maybe 4%.
Yeah,
if
we
I'm not
have.
mistaken.
I think minorities, we got about 11% of the UK.
Yeah.
So if we have 11% of the UK, yeah, that means 89% of the UK is the majority. So tell me now how 11% of the UK is being punished in car insurance, and for what reason?
I mean, this was the first time I'd seen something along these lines. Not to say I was surprised or anything, because rarely anything surprises me now about certain things, but it's just like, that is interesting. So just for argument's sake, in London, car insurance is likely to be higher in, let's say, Croydon.
Yeah,
Because
You better say Croydon. fam.
Croydon's very ethnically
I guess so.
diverse.
Do
But
my-
does
if
it
I do
matter
my
where
car
you-
insurance here,
Another
yeah.
part of London.
does it matter where you live in Croydon though? See, this is the thing.
That's another question.
Because because like on certain side of Croydon, it's very, very. Let me say this in PG. On certain side of Croydon, there's a majority.
Yeah.
On other sides of Croydon,
On the
west Croydon side of Croydon, minority.
Yeah. So the parts that
Easier.
associate more
That was
with
very nice.
the Surrey side
Yes.
is more obviously, yeah. I know what you're saying.
So does that play a part in this, or because
Well,
if we're just doing the ethnic thing, that means the whole of Croydon is in that quote B.
Yeah, maybe if they're now gonna be breaking things down and say, oh, all right, cool, West Croydon, yeah.
Hi, West Croydon. Hi.
Then South Croydon, all right, because it's a bit out, do you know, out of the,
Medium to low.
yeah. So, Deji said the I said West Croydon high. So yeah,
No, taken away from the black thing, West Croydon should just be high just because of the way it looks.
yeah.
Just because of the way it looks, your car insurance should be high there.
I like West Croydon though. I like West Croydon.
What do you like about West Croydon? I know off topic. What do you like about West
You get
Croydon?
everything you want from there.
I think that's what it is for you, but maybe.
It's so accessible.
I live in Croydon, yeah, and West Croydon is part of Croydon that I feel they should be blown up and
Yeah, but
started again. No.
Again, this podcast does not condone what Jacob.
Joe condones it, fam. No, I
I'm
like
being so honest with you. That West
But
Croydon.
you know what it is? I think it's because I say naturally, you're from Croydon.
Yeah.
Whereas like when I first moved to South Norwood, for instance, I didn't used to see the negative connotations that people used to say
Because you didn't see that
about Croydon, and because I didn't grow up here, go to school here like that. Even though I lived there, I'd say the first been at 15, 16, or maybe 17 years or so. But like the first 5 to 8, maybe even 10 years of it, I was never chilling here like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I went away uni, come back. I'd always go back to my old area, go to my friends, for instance, like that. Majority of my friends are still other end of South. So it's like, didn't really...
You ain't
Whereas
felt
like
it.
my friends that are from Croydon that have been fortunate enough to inherit me along the way, like when they state
Such a
it,
Joe thing to say.
yeah, I know. When they state it, and I'm like, they'll be like, oh, we're down with Croydon, for instance, blah blah blah, and I get that's where you're coming from. Whereas like you, Dej, you go out, and you be like, I could go any shop I want and get anything I need, and then boom, I'm sorted.
Yeah. But
So you're seeing it from that perspective because all those things are basically on your doorstep.
But I know, like, sometimes, yeah, I'm walking down like West Croydon and going like, you know what the M&S is? I'm walking like that
That's
whole
no. Let's
and that West Croydon.
that does not West Croydon starts. You see, once M&S,
I feel like it starts at M&S though.
that's right next to West Croydon.
that is the cut-off point.
I feel like it starts
From
at M&S.
from that M&S, this side of M&S, so the outside of M&S, this way is West Croydon.
I'm getting to that bit. Listen, I see like, I'm just so happy that I'm not doing this young, innit? So
Yeah.
I'm older now, just walking through it. Sometimes it's just mad. Like, it's like being Elephant and Castle 05.
Oh,
But that's what it is. It's because like,
Sorry,
so for
another
instance,
place
where
needs
your
to be
parents
blown up.
live, when you just bust, where your parents live, where you just bust the next left or right, you're not gonna really see that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just weird, man. Like this place
But it's good
is
weird. He
yeah,
likes
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I know. Look at him.
You like West Croydon? Oh man,
It's only because it just gives me
Man
nostalgia when I'm walking
Man
through.
said they need to blow up West
I
Croydon.
don't think
Do you
I
know how
understand.
crazy that statement is.
They need from a certain point to a certain point needs to disappear off the map. I'm not joking.
This guy
They
is
need
insane.
to start again. West Croydon is the worst. You know, every time I speak to someone that's not from Croydon, they say is Croydon's terrible, and I say why? They say
'cause they all
West
go
Croydon,
West Croydon.
bro.
It's because it's right there. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
West
Just get what you need from West Croydon and that's get out.
See what I mean?
Get what you need and get out.
They said don't even say hello to someone you know.
See, how is that a good place to be? You have to just get in and get out. Go
No,
45 High Street.
I just 40. Nah, that's far, man.
No, but you could even go by where Argos is, down Church Street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everything- you get
that's,
everything down
that's
there.
so calm as well. I like that place, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what I'm saying. It's because you didn't really experience something that close.
Yeah.
Like that. Do you know
But
what I
anytime
mean?
I go for my walks, I'm always passing through there
Yeah.
just to see like what's going on.
No, but West Croydon,
Jeez.
I'm telling you, if
No,
there's
no,
one,
I get because like I said, my friends that are from Croydon, they basically share your views to a certain aspect, not to the extremism, but like when they talk about certain parts of Croydon, like they're done, Croydon, or been done, and then obviously
But I do hear it though. What you're saying.
I just think it's
do.
you
you've
know
been
what
there
it
and you understand. You need to get out.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting place. That's the best thing to put it.
Look at the way man are describing West Croydon.
No, I just think Croydon in general is interesting.
Croydon in general is a throwback of what South used to be like when we was
And
in
it's
secondary
technically
school.
bizarre, but yeah.
Yeah, but like of our part of South, what it
Yeah.
used to be like.
You said what Elephant and Castle used to be like. That place, there's another one.
No, big man thing. When I first moved, basically, I'd say Croydon, is I used to think, right, like it's 5 years behind the way
It's backwards, man.
I wouldn't even say backwards. So just 5 years behind where we live. And I was like, rah, hey, people here are interested. I even looked at some of my boys.
Very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, what, you man for credit? Yeah, I might need to do more research.
But have you man not look deep this? Go to East Croydon. Go to West Croydon.
Oh no, you see the disparity.
You're in
away.
a different world.
No, it genuinely, like, they should just put East and West. They shouldn't put the Croydon word.
Yeah, you're
Or-
in a different.
Or take Croydon away from one of the two.
Yeah.
And just call that place East and West Croydon.
because you're in a different world, and it's literally 5-6 minutes away from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, East is more like boutique, Commuterville.
West Croydon is man.
It's just it's
I don't think you
so-
understand. I've gone to go through that place my whole
what
school
it's-
life.
Yeah.
The chicken shops there were
That's what it
crazy.
is.
The hair shops there were crazy. The bus station even got gentrified. They don't even look new. The
Man said
station,
it got gentrified and still don't look new.
the bus,
It looks mad,
The
like-
train station, nah, man.
I remember driving through there actually to get home. There was something was going on there. I didn't want to say too much on camera, but something was going on there, yeah. And you know, at the bus station, the traffic light that's near Creams.
Yeah.
So there was like one guy just came around the corner now, then was going up towards the bus station. Then like he just called like 10 other guys just running to, and they started running. I was like, what's going on? I started looking back, but they all went like around some other corner. I was like, oh, boy, West Croydon, innit?
West Croydon even
This is at like 10:30 at night as well.
see, you even get a ticket. You even get a ticket for turning where it tells you to turn.
Yeah, but that's just because Croydon's broke.
This is the thing. It tells you to
Bro,
turn
I
one
always
way.
tell people, if you're driving in Croydon, be careful. They'll literally give you a ticket for anything because any piece.
It tell you to turn right. You turn right. You get a ticket 2 weeks for turning right. And you go
Yeah.
back and you look at it. It says turn right. And then
No, I actually know what you mean in terms of the rep West Croydon gives the rest of Croydon.
it brings it down.
Yeah, no, it just gives it a very
it does,
negative
though.
connotation. Whereas, like, when you go to other parts of Croydon, it's very calm. South Croydon is very calm. Even East Croydon is just normal to me.
Yeah.
It's just a normal busy place. Then South Croydon's quite nice, etc. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
Because even like Sandylands is nice, Addiscombe's nice.
Yeah.
It's just that one. let me not carry it about West Croydon for these.
Nah, but you're Croydon egg, basically. So, well, you are.
This is your therapy
This
for.
is your home, man. This your therapy for the week.
I'll be honest, them man that live. I don't even know how you live in West Croydon. I don't know where you live in West Croydon.
I didn't know we could bring this out of you.
That place is mad.
He's gone from one end to another. I'm
That
like,
place is crazy. I don't think you understand how much I hate that place.
bruh.
I don't think you understand how much I hate that place. That Creams hasn't seen me since I was in school.
I went there a few months ago.
See,
What to that one?
Yeah.
what did it taste like?
It was so calm.
It was nice.
Yeah.
See any maniacs outside?
Nah, I went during the day though.
See,
Even
yeah.
then,
You see, it don't matter.
there's no time limit for that. Road.
Yeah.
That road.
Yeah.
in
That-
particular.
That road is crazy.
Oh shit. Oh my days. No.
West
way.
Croydon's car insurance, everything should be 8 bags. Everything should be
This
8 grand.
conversation started off from the car insurance.
Everything
When
should
we
be
started getting
8
specific,
grand.
Like,
Everything should be 8 grand.
No,
in
car
West Croydon.
insurance is a joke though. Let's go back to car insurance. Car insurance is a
which is
joke.
the actual topic. No, it is.
I pay more this year than I paid last year,
Bro, mine went
I'm
up.
still vexed about that.
Mine went up the last 2 years.
By like 3 bills as well. Not like £50, by £300.
Yeah.
Mine did go up, but it was because I added my brother to my insurance. But then it went down again, so it kind of balanced out because he's still.
I think mine's gone up by nearly £1,000 for the year. Yeah, bro.
My goodness, you see that they've done that. You've done you.
What?
That ethnic thing, they've done it. They've done you in.
Shit, this year. It's because I
Yeah.
closed my laptop.
Yeah, they've done you in.
Mate, dunno. I think literally when I might have been saying it to my pops, I was like, I believe it's gone up by nearly £1,000. I need to work it out, but I was like, this is a Mazzolino.
I don't know how they.
I was like, I'm a good Jeep, lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't got well, man's got the no claims. But
Yeah, fam.
I feel like that don't mean anything these days.
Yeah.
Don't you think insurance companies are a scam though?
Of course they're a scam.
Like-
when you need them, they take too long.
That's the thing. Like when you actually deep insurance companies, like you're paying for something that really and truly Yeah,
The only thing
Barely
that's
ever happens.
absolutely necessary is breakdown cover.
that's the thing, because when you actually do crash, you never want to go for your insurance because your insurance is going to rise. So you end up going to the mechanic or going somewhere and paying the person or they paying you actual cash to do it. So in the grand scheme of things, your insurance company's laughing at you and raising the price.
Yeah. Mate, I just having obviously selling it, but having a car is just cash loss. Or just always have contingency funds for it. 'Cause literally anything.
you
but
do
then,
still.
you'd think, all right, cool. My insurance, when your renewal time's gonna occur and stuff like that, you'll think, all right, I'm gonna cut down on this, bro. When last year, when the first time it hit me that it went up, I was like, what was the meaning of all this, Jackie? There's no need for it.
No, not at all.
When you genuinely, I think when you plan, obviously if you plan and you'll be like, okay, cool, I can do this with this funds, etc. And it's like, bro, and it's just going up again. Then obviously having the conversation with enough people, and I've been telling Deji about it for time out, and he was like, mine's gone up as well. I was like, why is all going up? Then bare people just stating it. I see a lot of people talk about it on Twitter last couple of weeks. Then I see this article yesterday, and I was like, interesting. Obviously, I feel like because it's fresh, they need to get to the bottom of it more.
Yeah.
To see if it actually is true as to being in an ethnically diverse area leads to your insurance being higher. And I'd like to think where we live, for instance, you don't really hear about car accidents.
Ain't no car accidents around my bit.
Yeah,
not
or
really.
Issues of crazy drivers, etc. You don't really hear that around here in general.
No.
Even to be fair, in Croydon, you don't really hear that.
Nope. Not at all.
No, there are a couple. I don't want to say.
In Croydon, there's too many road works and the roads are 20.
That's what it is.
You can't drive nowhere.
You can't actually do a madness in Croydon because
Too many
there's always roadworks.
Everywhere you drive, you got to
that's
stop.
So even when you dropped me last night, what did I say? I said this is the
temporary traffic.
third
light.
time I've seen a temporary traffic light on this road in 3 weeks.
Yeah, see? Always in a different place. They just move it further down.
Literally on Portland Road.
Yeah, just
I
move
was
it
like,
further
they're
down.
dickheads. There was one there last week.
And you see what they're blocking off yet? It's nothing, bro.
No,
I don't understand it when they're blocking off half the road for this much.
bro.
I'm like, bro, just move it in the night time, yeah? So everyone can drive. When you're doing your work, keep it there. But when you're not doing your work, please, let everyone drive.
So, no, I'm intrigued to see the follow-up on this because, like I said, it's fresh. Because, like we've stated, us lot that live within the Croydon borough, etc., car madnesses don't occur in Croydon like that.
Yeah.
No, even in the Lambeth borough, because obviously that's where I'm at. Nothing. I don't see nothing.
But I'd say Croydon more because it's away from central, and then it's more likely to be a diverse area. For instance, so that's what you'd assume that as to why insurance will be going up because of car madnesses, etc., accidents, all these roads changing in terms of their speed limit and stuff like that. That's what we've grown up to believe how it's meant to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then, like you said, there's roadworks all the time here. So you're majority of the time you ain't got the opportunity to drive like a dickhead here if you wanted to. So
there ain't much you can do anyway.
No.
They need to explain to me, all of us, why our insurance is going up at the rate it is.
Yep, and we need to stop paying road tax. I got a lot of things to get on my chest.
Mate, yeah.
West Croydon needs to go. Road tax.
How much is your road tax?
No, the road tax is cheap. My road tax is like £20 a year. I don't care.
Is it?
Yeah, my road tax.
Bro, he's been driving since he's 5.
No, but road tax is different though.
Yeah, no, my road tax is £20 a year. My car's I don't know, but the first year when I got my road tax, and it
That's
said £20 a
disgusting.
year, I was buzzing. It's only because my car is
I'm fuming.
I don't actually know. Driving Mercedes.
Mine's gonna be
as well,
like
I don't know.
140 this year.
Yeah, road tax cheap, but bro, we pay for road tax.
Is it pay or diesel?
Diesel. I don't know, and I'm not arguing. Thank you for that. But but the road tax. but bro, the roads are terrible.
Yeah,
we pay
bare
road
potholes.
tax,
Yeah,
and my car's just ching.
That's a conversation for another day, mate. That one. But
Oh man.
let's go into a more positive note, inverted commas, for those that will be listening via audio. Song of the week.
Yes.
Yeah, I got mine anyway.
Yeah, then you go because I don't know if he's
My
gonna...
one is a lovely artist. She just got, well, I don't know if he just got signed by Anderson .Paak, but it's one of his new artists called Ray Khalil, and her song is called "Is It Worth It."
Is it worth it?
So who's it by? Sorry,
Ray Khalil.
I've not heard of that person.
Yeah, I think she done her colours.
Oh, okay.
I think
What
she
is
did
my
anyway, but
song
I'm
of
not
the
sure.
week?
Fair,
Go on, Joe. You can go because
Lovely tune though.
Mine is off Gets his new album, which is On Purpose with Purpose, and the song is called Bedu with Harry A. Never heard of them. Harry, have you? Oh, I thought you were gonna say something.
I ain't heard of them either.
Oh, we know you've heard of 99% of the artists in the world. But Bedu, but spelt with a G, so I'm presuming Nigerian pronunciation. GBEDU. Another artist is called Harry A, if that's how it's pronounced, or A. But yeah, gets his album in general. From what I've heard, I really like it. There was another song that was a close contender. Let me quickly, I had it up, which was Double Standards featuring Sampha.
Oh, so you're doing two.
Yeah, I am back to back actually. Double Standards is basically a lot of our conversation that we spoke about, not of recent, certain things, and Gets just speaking about some like either worldly issues or normal world day issues, and just the double standards across a very good track.
Nice.
But the Bedu one was more of a, I've been very positive, not to say the other one's a negative one, but she's like, yeah, let me add some positivity to this because somebody is in live therapy.
Well, there's nothing I can say about West Croydon and music because nothing good comes from there. So,
Hold on.
nothing good comes from that place.
Oh, bro, nah. You said there's no good rappers there.
From West Croydon, who you know from West Croydon?
To be fair, I don't really know.
Exactly,
I
you're
don't
never gonna
artists
know.
like that. No, I don't. There might be a good. Now I need to Google, but go ahead.
From West Croydon.
You
He's
know
been
from West
specific.
Croydon.
They moved out of there. If they don't claim him anyway.
Oh,
anyway,
shit.
my artist is Kadeem. Oh, my song of the week is "Talk to Me" by an artist called Kadeem Tyrell, UK R&B artist. I've been on a wave of just trying to listen to new school R&B, and finding artists. That's what I've been doing this month really, and I've found like a good 30 to 40 new artists, and upcoming ones that don't have a lot of monthly listeners and just people don't know them, and I'm really enjoying finding and looking and delving deep into their stories and what they can do, and I'm actually creating a playlist for these artists. So yeah, when I've created a playlist, I will let you guys know what it is. But yeah, Kadeem Tyrell, he is sensational. So yeah, big him up, UK artist.
Fair. I'm just quickly trying to Google artists, but it'll just do Croydon overall, so it won't actually be specific.
None of them come from West Croydon.
Where's Stormzy from?
Not West Croydon.
No, yeah, because what's he? 14th, ain't he?
Yeah.
It's down the road, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not from West Croydon. No. Don't count. That road, I told you there's a road specifically.
It's talking about when you come out the train station, isn't it?
From the train station, turn right.
Turn right. So what about all the way up to the hospital? Would you clamp the hospital?
No. It stops at where's it stop?
Mayfair, which is now Croydon University Hospital, but
It stops, at the Domino's. If you know where the Domino's is in the corner.
I think so, yeah.
It stops right there. Everything from there, that way needs to go. Including the gym.
I know where it is.
Nah, I
Lidl.
used to go to the gym.
You
No,
enjoy it?
the gym.
Why did you used to go?
No, it's because when obviously when I stopped. Look at me. I feel like I'm under pressure. When I started working in Central, I stopped going gym in Croydon. Remember I said that?
Yeah.
Because I was like, there was my timing. It was so long.
It's just not just because of the area.
No, I used to go calmly.
But there's bare new. Is that the gym where there's loads of new builds?
There's a Lidl right next to it.
Yeah.
It's basically part of the Lidl car park. Even that Lidl Monday morning, they do very good discount on their fruits, bro. Because I used to go like really early, and sometimes I'll go into
good discount on their fruits.
yeah. Don't
Why?
Why
on
not?
a Monday morning.
Why not? And there were fresh fruits as well.
Fresh.
Yeah,
Fresh
fresh.
Croydon. They were fresh.
This guy.
They were
bruv.
discounted for
I'm
a
not,
reason.
I'm not letting them slander that.
They were discounted
Bro,
for
the
a
gym there is
reason.
very calm as well. Very calm. I think I'm
only joking about the
back
gym.
to that gym.
I'm only joking about the gym. I'm only joking about the gym in the Lidl. But if everything that way goes, the gym and the Lidl have to go with it.
To be fair, I've
Or
not gone to,
sacrifice for the greater good, yeah.
Yeah,
I've not gone to everywhere else there, innit? You get me? So
Everything has to go that way.
I've literally only gone there in my days to go to the gym, and that's it. Man said everything needs to go.
You man, you know what?
You
We're
might as
gonna.
well just
I'm
rename it.
gonna take the camera. I'm gonna record.
we don't need to do
We're
shit.
gonna record West Croydon.
We need
Yeah.
to do a deeper dive
gonna
into
record
Jacob's
West Croydon.
feelings of Croydon.
Yeah.
And we're gonna post it up for you, and you tell me how you feel about West Croydon, because my goodness gracious me.
Sorry, this is
Fair play,
outrageous.
See, you didn't find no one from West Croydon.
This was
Yeah,
even
because
planned.
it's too specific.
Should know. Stormzy from Thornheath, Krepnik Kona from Thornheath.
No, but they would just associate Croydon, like because they're bringing up Stormzy and stuff like
Yeah.
that in this article. That's what I'm saying. So
Oh, okay. Well,
we'll save that one for
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
so for a later date of a deep dive into. We just call that segment Jacob versus West Croydon.
Fair. I like that.
Because this is what it is, bro. And we'll come as the defense for West Croydon, bro. Come
Right.
to the stand, everything, bro. 'Cause, yeah, this is crazy, bro. Get me? But yes, yeah, I guess we could wrap that up. Obviously, like we always say, much appreciate, much love to everyone that has been supporting,
That's right.
following, sharing, everything, anything. So, do you know what I mean? You just gotta keep on following the boys, and we're gonna try and create content for you guys on a continuous basis. Like we've said, happily throw things our way that you potentially want us to speak about. There's actually a few that over last week that people have sent to me that I've not even discussed with you guys. We'll probably discuss after this and stuff like that. But yeah, we're open to all ideas, anything. And then one thing I wanted to point out is that there's things that people have sent to me of recent, and like, oh, are you not going to talk about that? And I'm like, we don't really go. We obviously will speak about anything, innit?
Like what?
But it's just, for instance, certain controversial things, or not controversial things, but gossipy things.
Yeah, that's not us.
Or like who pays for the first date?
Not even that.
Sort out amongst yourselves.
That's a great answer. That is actually a great answer. But even something like that, I actually wouldn't mind speaking about that, but I don't really care at the same time. But then when it comes to more gossipy kindness and stuff, it's not me shutting it down, but I'm like, one, you two, for instance, aren't social media aspects, social media debates don't really touch you lot unless I bring it to you guys.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Unless it's West Croydon.
Hell no. If there's West Croydon slander, Jacob will sign up to every social media subconsciously.
I'll be there.
4 a.m. He's like, someone slandering West Croydon. But yeah, like, obviously certain gossipy things are not really our forte. And if it's funny and stuff like that, we will happily discuss it and stuff like that. But yes, like Deji likes to say,
You tell a friend to tell a friend.
the most formal way I've ever heard him speak, let alone say that phrase. And Jacob,
Like and subscribe if you don't live in West Croydon.
aye, if you live in West Croydon, like, subscribe, share everything.
I'm joking. Like and subscribe.
You can't let him tarnish it. Damn, we're gonna have a counselling session after this, but nah, real talk, love and support all the time, guys, and yeah, we're just gonna keep coming, and boom. Joe, I'm signing out.
Dej signing out.
Jacob signing out.
Peace.
Thank you for listening.
And big up West Croydon. Big up West Croydon.
Trust me.
Oh boy.